Hi, I'm Barbie Romero, Director of Event Programming at MediaPost. Welcome to our Brand Insider series, Ask Me Anything. After each summit, we always hear that you make great connections and have great conversations, so we wanted to keep these conversations going. Today we have with us Genaro Perez, CMO of Peter Piper Pizza. Welcome, Genaro.
Hi, how are you, Barbie? Thanks for
Good.
having me.
Thanks for being here, and thanks for taking our viewers' questions.
I'm scared. Should I be excited or scared? I don't know what they're gonna
No,
ask.
these are very easy, so I think you'll do great. And I'll throw you an easy one from our viewers. So, what would be the best advice you can give a recently graduated or junior marketing professional?
Oh, I love that question. I think that obviously there's a lot of networking that needs to happen for someone to, I think, land in the right job. But at the same time, my advice would be not to say no to different opportunities. It may not be what you think you want to do, but it's always good to learn. And I'll give you an example of me. My undergrad is in economics, but I knew kind of halfway through my college years that I was really leaning into marketing. I just didn't want to change degrees. So when I graduated, obviously with a major in economics, even though I wanted to work in marketing, I was immediately put on the research side of marketing, which is fun. I like data. I love research, but it was not necessarily what I envisioned myself doing. But I'm so glad I said yes to that because that was my gateway to working at the first company that I worked for, which was Nextel International. And from there, I started to kind of merge into the real thing that I wanted to do, eventually becoming the marketing communications manager for the company. So my advice would be obviously, I mean, if it's completely out of your league, well, of course, I mean, it's something, I mean, if you want to be a marketer and they offer you a job as a doctor, please don't say yes because I would be very scared about that. But just,
Hey,
just go
you
with it.
never know. You
You
never
never know. Yeah, you never know. Just
pharma
go
show.
with the flow.
We've
Just
had
go with
some
the flow.
doctors. We had some doctors become marketing professionals at the pharma show. So,
Especially now with social media. I mean, have you seen how many doctors are now in social
oh
every
yeah,
day? It's amazing. It's amazing. You're right.
yeah. Like everyone has to be a marketer at the end of the day. You market yourself. You market your
Hey, we're
brand.
all in sales, Barbie. That's for sure.
Yeah, so great. So that's great because the next question actually asked you is how do you balance your professional responsibilities since you've transitioned between roles and industries? How have these experiences influenced your approach as a leader?
Oh, yeah. I mean, my first 10 years of marketing career was in telecommunications, in technology. So I worked for Next Telecommunications. I worked for Nokia on mobile phones. This is way before iPhone existed. And but I always worked in marketing. I've always been interested in the consumer mindset, what motivates people to do certain things.
Yeah.
So I think that love to understand what drives a consumer to behave certain way or buy certain things is what got me interested in changing an industry. Frankly, when I was approached, it was Sprinker International, the holding for Chili's, that called me and said, "We have this job. We think you could be good at it." I was like, "I've never worked in food, but it's so exciting." By the way, I still love the Chili's brand. They say that once a chili head, always a chili head. So I was super excited to make the leap, and then from there I started working with other brands, and of course now with Peter Piper Pizza. I mean, I think it's the most fun brand I've worked with. So I think that honestly, if you decide what you want to do and you want to pursue that career, the industry, it matters, but at the end of the day, marketing is marketing. A consumer is a consumer, and what drives behavior is the same thing, either to buy a phone or to buy pizza or to get a service. So that's what I believe.
Yeah, great. So shifting gears here a little, you've led as a CMO the marketing team through major restructuring and growth. What do you think are the most important qualities in building a collaborative and high-performing team?
Oh, I love my team at Peter Bar Pizza. I mean, I've always had the satisfaction of working with high performing teams. Some of the people that I work with actually had followed me to different organizations. I do believe that what makes a strong team is the 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 different points of view that each member brings. I think that we all can contribute and should contribute. That's the other advice that I would give to younger professionals. Of course, I mean, you need to know when to speak and when not to speak, but everyone's voice is important. And a younger demographic point of view is always very important for a brand. So don't be shy. And when appropriate, voice your opinion. I think that that's the best that you can do to also to hear and be heard. But going back to your question about high performing team, I think that the beauty of a high performing team is that diversity and the different mindsets and the different backgrounds that each of us brings to the table. I grew up in a different country. I grew up in Mexico. I was born and raised in Mexico City. So obviously my younger years, I was not exposed to perhaps what my direct report had when she was growing up. So I really value that point of view because we come from a different background, but we meet towards the same goal, if that makes sense. And that makes the team super strong.
Yeah, so that's great. And I know you speak Spanish, so I wanted to challenge you. You did
Oh,
this in the TV and video summit earlier this year. Can you recite the tongue-twisting slogan for Peter Piper Pizza in both languages again for us?
oh my God. Yeah, that was kind of a hot topic and put me on the spot. But yeah, so the tongue twister is Peter Piper Pizza is a pizza people pick, but I added the word pepperoni. So Peter Piper Pizza is a pepperoni pizza people pick, which is a lot of peace. And then in Spanish, Peter Piper Pizza es la pizza pepperoni que las personas prefieren. So yes.
That was great. That was great. I am not going to attempt to do that right now.
You know,
But
we came up with that idea of the tongue twister because I didn't know that there's a National Tongue Twister Day. Of course, there's a holiday in the United States for everything, right? But we thought that was very appropriate for Peter Piper Pizza because our name itself is kind of a tongue twister, and we got a lot of traction with it, so we had a lot of fun. So we may just do it again this year and launch a promo or something.
did you guys challenge people on social media? Like,
Oh yes, we challenged. Actually, our team members were the first ones, and they were like, "What?" So we started recording them and recorded our guests in social. So any guest that last year, any guest that said the tongue twister would get a like a present, like an offer, a surprise at Peter Piper Pizza. I think that we may do something this year again.
very cool. So I also saw that you have a limited time offering, the Buffalo Ranch Chicken Pizza.
Oh,
Uh,
delicious.
I have to. Too bad there's none in New York. You guys don't have a location here, but I would totally try it.
No.
Sounds very
If
good.
if I could send you a pizza and got to you warm, I would do that. So you could try it. But it's amazing. It's delicious because it's the only non-tomato based pizza. So it's a white pizza that it's
Yeah.
a buffalo ranch based, and it has a cheddar crust. It has grilled chicken, red onions, mozzarella cheese, and then red chili, red pepper flakes on top. Oof, it's delicious. It's my new favorite for sure.
Uh, you're making me hungry, but I was curious, do you use these offerings to test a market to see how it will perform and eventually maybe add it to the menu? You don't have to say if this one's getting added, but in general, do you use limited time offerings for
We
this?
do. It's a two-way street because we listen and we understand and we study trends. Obviously, it was actually interesting because when we launched the Buffalo Ranch Chicken Pizza, two other pizza brands also launched the same pizza during that week. So obviously, we read the same research report. But it's important to be in tune with what guests are wanting, but also for us, yes, that's exactly right. It's an opportunity to test different flavors and test whether a white or non-tomato pizza can make it to the menu permanently. Also, as you know, we have an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet Monday through Friday at any Peter Piper Pizza location. So for $9.99, you eat all that you want for lunch from 11 to 2. And we also put that pizza on the lunch line because that's another opportunity for us to see if our guests gravitate towards that flavor. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but it's a specialty pizza, and we have several specialty pizzas on the menu. That one is not permanent, but we'll see.
Great. So good luck, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a success. Like,
Well, it's delicious, that's for sure. So I'm eating one one every week because I shouldn't eat probably one every day. But every time that I have the opportunity, I eat that. It's delicious.
great. So now we're at part of the show where we will ask you rapid fire questions. So quick answers only,
Oh,
and this will be a tough one. What is your favorite pizza topping?
pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Mine too. So I think a
And
lot of
probably me and everybody else in the United States. That's the pizza that we sell the most, but our pepperoni is delicious. It's, yeah, pepperoni for sure.
All right. So then the next one's probably going to be harder. Uh, Favorite food that's not pizza?
Ooh, Chinese.
Chinese. Okay. Great.
You can
And
call it Mexican, but I think I was Chinese in my past life, so Chinese.
yeah, I think a lot of Americans love Chinese food too. That's like maybe I would be curious to see if Chinese or pizza, like which one's number one and number two in the top.
I don't know, but they're both delicious. I should say Asian more than Chinese because I really like sushi too and Thai food, but I don't know, Chinese was the first one that came to mind.
Cool. And then do you have a favorite chef? It could be someone professional or famous or maybe someone you know.
I follow some chefs on social media, and my wife and I have been watching this show about this chef in New England that actually has a restaurant where you can only go by invitation. Not if you want to go, but she has to invite you. So I've been following her a lot because I love seafood too, by the way, and her recipes are just amazing. So maybe one day I'll get an invite.
Wonder how you do. How
Hint.
do you get an? Not
Yeah, I'll send you the info so you can Google it, but it's really cool. And she has a TV show as well.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much, Hanato, for joining us.
Oh my God, it's been a pleasure. It's so much fun. It's always fun to see you, Barbie.
Fun to see you too. And thank you for the audience for tuning in. If you want to be in the spotlight yourself or have any questions for future guests, please contact me at barbie@mediapost.com. Take care.
Bye.